and why not? Now, in order to get there, in order to achieve that, what's your next? What what's your next step?
My next step is I've just finished a little film that I'm putting on the film festival circuit, and it's I'm going for the big ones. I'm hoping that it's a musical drama. So I've actually in this little film this is the first time since I gave up singing that I'm coming back to it, but through an acting context. So it's a rock and roll musical drama, and I have high hopes for it getting me some attention. In certainly the people that were involved as well, because it was a very big project, and there were a lot of very talented people that lent their their time and energy to it. But I'm hoping that that's going to open some doors and allow me to move forward on all fronts.
Now, one final, as far as the interview goes, one final question that I want you to be as honest as possible, and you probably discovered this possibly in a good way and possibly in a bad way over the years that you've been involved. Are you now happy and thinking that you're, as a woman in the industry, are you happy and content now? Are you thinking that everybody, as a woman, you're being taken seriously?
I'm fortunate, and on the surface, I'm a tall blonde, but I've been lucky in my lifetime in that nobody has ever treated me. I have always been treated with such reverence that I am very happy, and I feel that I am taken very seriously. I will admit to this, though, as somebody who's tall and blonde, or whatever you want to call it, but that's a stereotypical kind of an image. You don't expect to be taken seriously,
yep.
But when you are taken seriously, there's still something that goes along with it. There's still a double-edged sword that women have to play in this industry. You have to, because it's still very true that men run the show, and this may come back to haunt me someday, but I think it's very true, so I'm willing to say it. Every woman that's in this position, no matter how smart you are, no matter how capable you are, always has to walk the line with a man that a man doesn't have to walk with a man.
True. Yeah.
And that's the only hard part, because I have never been put in a compromising position, but there's a lot of dancing that goes on to make sure that doesn't happen. Whereas
with
the man, that doesn't happen. And,
exactly.
That it is what it is, and I don't know. It's an advantage for women too, because somebody's more willing to help you sometimes because you are a woman. It's just that it has to be a very controlled thing to be able to make good use of it without burning bridges or hurting yourself or hurting other people, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, as far as the end of the show goes, would you be able to tell the listeners where all they could find you online, besides, along with and including, but besides LinkedIn?
Sure. Right now, like I said, it's figure that I'm kind of on all fronts a new business, kind of making my way up the ladder. So right now, examples of what I've been doing with little films you could find under my name on YouTube. It's a good place for them, and as I do projects, I'm putting them there first. And I have a website, but it's being built. And as far as music and things like that go, I haven't made it public as of yet. It's something I might do if there's interest at some point. I'm very lucky somebody's talking to me about maybe using some of it in a soundtrack very soon. So, as that stuff begins to develop, I'll certainly make it easy to find. And the website will be under my full name, JeanLupien.com, but right now it's still in the construction phase.
Are you on Twitter or Facebook?
I am on both. On Facebook. I generally can use it as a personal page, but I'm always happy to have some new friends. But Twitter, I'm kind of new to. I'm a very private person, but Twitter, I think, is very good for somebody who's at my level. It gives me an ability to promote what I'm up to, and so I am there as well.
And very soon to be on Night Moves with the FoxStudio.com.
I am so excited. I am so excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for being available. It's been a pleasure having you on the show tonight and learning a little bit more about you rather than just notes in an email. This has been great. I want to thank Frankie at Radio Dentata for also working with the show for the second season now, being syndicated with them. It's been fantastic. And I want to thank Kitty Cavey, my co-host, when available, and my producer, who is based out of the Netherlands, who will be making this show reality very soon. Keep in touch, Jean, and let us know how everything's progressing with all of your projects. Wish you all the best of luck with everything that you got on your plate, and you do have a huge plate full.
Thank you so much. I was so thrilled to hear from you, and you said something about an email, but I'll come back to you and I'll say you're the one that got me that big break.
Thank you very much, Jean. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Good night, everyone.